Hello everyone. So I'm here with a short but very important video for anyone who wants to learn how to use the Hermes tool. This is actually a video about skills. So what are skills or competencies? Well, to put it quite simply, for Hermes to truly become a highly skilled expert, you cannot just easily connect it to a cloud service or ChatGPT and then simply ask it to perform various complex tasks for you. Developing this requires specialized skills, particularly for the specific needs of companies or people who want to utilize an intelligent agent to help with production and fully automate their daily tasks. You need to actually give it skills so that it becomes expert and powerful. It's like when you hire an employee and you absolutely have to explain your product to them, give them ideas, guide them, even if they don't have the skills yet. But if that employee has the skills, you can be sure they'll be much more effective. It's the same with technology, the same with artificial intelligence, because when we use it in various fields, and that's why today Hermes isn't just a tool we install to test out. No, we implement it in the company and try to make the most of it. And for it to work, it therefore needs skills. And today, in fact, there are several ways to actually make this tool competent. Either we have the option to work directly with Hermes, which is what I'm going to ask you to do, and I'll demonstrate it in this video, to make Hermes itself someone who learns and helps you develop skills. We give it our human skills. It will test them a little, learn them, and then help us actually implement these rules and skills. And of course, there is also the possibility to download or upload skills. It's like in the movie The Matrix, when Neo says, "I don't know Kung Fu." And with just a few clicks, he suddenly becomes a champion in that discipline. It's the same thing we do with Hermes. I'll show you either how to let it self-train so it becomes competent and creates the skill, or how to upload them, because there's actually a whole library available on Hermes. So the video is simply going to be educational. We'll explain it. First, we'll understand the concept, understand the mechanism, and the different methods we have today for working with skills. Many people install Hermes, start working, but don't install the skills properly or don't know how to optimize them. That's the goal of this video, and of course I'll immediately give you the link that you'll actually find in the description, which provides all the prompts that I used in this video to install and work with the skills. All of this is free. If you like my content, well, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me and encourages me to create even more content. Thank you very much and enjoy the video. So let's get started quickly. So generally, I often get asked this question in the comments. I always try to explain it, especially for people who are watching my video for the first time. If you've been around for a while, if you already have Hermes installed and you've been following me on YouTube for a long time, you can skip ahead a bit in the video. But if this is your first time watching, then I'd like to introduce this interface. So here I'm actually using Hermes with a web interface, so it's not the classic Hermes that most people know. So here is Hermes. This is the Hermes agent. Personally, I actually use the Hermes WebUI. This is an interface that includes the classic Hermes, but on top of that, it adds other features to make Hermes very useful and very easy to use. So, for all beginners, I really recommend this version. It's the most stable version today, the simplest one where I can really manage the tools, actually install the skills, and it's easier than working with the classic Hermes. I've been using it for several months, and of course it's installed on my server and it's simple, you know. So I'll leave you the link. If you want to get the Hermes WebUI, you can get it directly from Hostinger. So it offers you several plans. You can, for example, choose this plan. Then, of course, you can actually use the coupon that's been posted on Hostinger's blog for discounts. So here, you first need to log out if you already have an account on Hostinger, because it's only for people who are creating their first server with Hostinger. So to get around this, you simply log out. Here, you enter Go Hermes like this, click on Apply, and that's it. So you get the discount and you click on Continue to actually confirm the server, and you then have 30 days to test it. So it's simple. Once you're inside, you'll immediately see this interface, and this is where I can simply add the different pieces of information. The first thing to do now is I'll explain to you the actual definition of these three files, and I'll simply inject prompts directly into my Hermes to see how it reacts. And you'll really see it makes a huge difference between Hermes without these files defined and Hermes when you provide it with the information. The performance of Hermes really reaches its maximum. So in this part, we're actually going to talk about Hermes Skills. So what are skills? Quite simply, it's a document where we show Hermes how to do things, even though it's true that Hermes, it can know how to perform tasks that I ask it to, since it's connected to an LM like Cloud or something else. But when I actually give it skills, it's as if I'm giving it specific expert techniques. And so as a result, it becomes much more powerful. Why? Because it has expert level skills. And these skills are used on demand. So what exactly does that mean? Well, on demand essentially means that Hermes, for example, has the ability to work. And when it needs a skill, it knows that it's installed. At that moment, it will use it. That means it's not in memory. Don't forget that memory is always like a sticky note, but here we're not talking about memory. It's a reference document that it will call upon. And sometimes it's us who actually call upon the skills, once we've installed them. Look here, for example. If I go to open a new session, watch what happens when I type / and enter like this. So skills, you'll see that here it can simply detect the different skills that are already connected. And I can even directly write out the list of skills I have here. And for the skills, you'll see that there are several ways to add them because nowadays there are a lot of shortcuts. As you can see here, for example, these are skills that are installed. Already we see the word skill here in yellow, which appears. So for me, either I call on the skill this way, by writing it, by displaying it. Alternatively, I can simply choose to let Hermes utilize it whenever it is needed. So, if we take a moment to define exactly what a skill is, technically speaking, it is essentially a specific folder that contains a crucial file called skill.md, and this particular file contains all the necessary instructions. As a direct result of this structure, we generally find it located within the Hermes folder, specifically inside the home folder, and that is precisely where I use this information. It is very important to understand this specific file path a little bit better, because within this path I provide a detailed explanation on how to create new skills from scratch. You know that sometimes if the skills aren't installed, we sometimes have to repeat them in the prompts and tell it, here's how you're going to do it. But when we have a skill that we've created once, we won't need to mention or explain it the first time. Just use it. So that's important. It was mainly created to give Hermes skills, and on top of that, to save us from having to explain every time how to access things or how to create things. We'll look at a few examples later to better understand. So if I take, for example, one of the skills that we can install later, I'll take this one. It's a skill, for example, available for free. Many companies use it. We can already see that it has 5,700 stars on GitHub and it's free. Here it is. What does it do? It simply allows me to write diagrams easily. So every time I create or prepare presentations, I use these tools to write. Diagrams are actually pathways that help me a lot in my presentations. And so just imagine if I ask it to make a diagram, I install the skill and it will use it to become, an expert in creating this kind of thing like tables and diagrams. So that's just for your information, to give you an idea of what a skill looks like. I also have skills like, for example, the N8, N1. I use workflow creation a lot when I give it the N8, N skills. So as a result, it will be an expert when it creates or helps me to update or modify a workflow. Why? Because it has the skills. Now to install the skill, there are, you could say, two methods. So either I simply ask Hermes to create the skill for me. So it's the one that actually takes care of creating the file, of creating everything needed to make the required skill. I can give it information, I can give it links to that skill that exists on GitHub or elsewhere, or even based on several things I've done with it, I can tell it, go ahead and create the skills for me so that next time I can use them without having to explain the information to you. And there's also the possibility to do it manually. Manually, it's quite simple. I can come here, click on skills, click on add, and simply give the name, the category here, and then actually provide the file, the text, the markdown of the skill with all the instructions. We'll look at an example of this later on. There are also those who want to add the skill using the command line. That still falls under the manual method. Once we have this file, either it's already created or we're going to create it ourselves. This file will simply be installed here in the Hermes folder, meaning on the hard drive on the VPS. And then, once that part is finished, I have two ways to proceed. Either I can manually call this specific skill by typing out the /skills command, and then I carefully enter the exact name of my skill. Or I can simply do it on demand. since we are currently right in the middle of the process of validating all of this important information. And as we go along, we bring it out. And of course, you should know that when you install a skill, you'll need to refresh the session because it can't be taken into account otherwise. Either you open a new session or you type / then hesitate so it reloads the skills. So that's a bit about the skills lifecycle. We're going to try to do a short presentation or a practical test to install a few skills. So right here in this window, I have simply prepared a very specific prompt that I can of course easily translate and put into absolutely any language I might need. And this particular account will simply allow me to create a highly versatile and reusable skill for future use. So you might be wondering what exactly is the primary purpose and function of this specific skill. Here it's to process any message that comes in, whether by email or otherwise. Or if someone sends it to me via a form, or someone messages me on LinkedIn, and of course I receive it from a company, so I'm speaking in a professional context, then I simply want it to do this job. That is, when I send it, I say, listen, I received this email or this message, or the company sent me this content. What it will do is, of course, create what we call the classification of the message. It will tell me whether it's a hot lead, a cold lead, if they're requesting support, or if it's for a partnership, or even if it's spam, so it needs to know if it's not serious, and simply display that for me here. Then it will extract information about the company and the expressed need, budget signals, and so on. Then it will give me a score from 1 to 5 along with a justification. Should I prioritize this and respond right away or not? And then it will prepare a ready-to-send reply for me with a professional and warm tone. And also, I wanted to suggest the next concrete action for me. Should I make a call? Should I send the pricing? Should I follow up? This is a little scenario I came up with. So as a result, when I taking it here where we ask it to create, it's as if here in the first method I'm asking Hermes to simply create the skill for me. So I come here and there you go, I enter the request and I launch it. So what will happen is that the system will simply create it for me. In fact, this skill here, so of course it takes a few moments the time it takes to create the skill, and we can actually search for it already to make sure whether it's there or not. Because as we said, sometimes sometimes you had to restart the session for it to be taken into account. So my request here, there you go, it tells me that it has been created, which is good news. And so now we're simply going to test it here and see if it works or not. So I can simply do it here. The keyboard already gives me the information, or I can click here to create a new session because it needs to reload it, or I can just type now right here. Normally it should reload a bit to activate it immediately with the skill. So there you go. If I go look for it, do you think we'll find it or not? So I am already taking a close look at the specific name of this skill, and I see that it is called lead. Consequently, if I type right here, let's say the way, I notice that I still didn't find lead in the results. So let us go over here to open a completely new session just to be absolutely sure, but there is still nothing appearing. Therefore, what I will do now is simply proceed to do it like this. I'm going to go ahead and write it down anyway. It is called lead triage. And what I'll do right here is move down to the very next line and actually ask it, there you go. I'm simply going to provide it with the full content of the email I received. So let's go ahead and do a little real-world test to see how it performs. And there you go, I actually entered the request, so here I just put a little message saying that I received something from a company, and I take a look at what happens. So look, here, there you go, it reloaded, that's good. Let's scroll up. So here it reloaded, as you can see, the skill, that's good. And then it gave me a score, it gave me all the information about the person, and of course here it tells me, here's what I can recommend. Actually, for the answer, what I did was simply install it manually. Actually, earlier I asked to install the skill, and that's what it did. In fact, it executed that. If I want to go into the skills and click here to create a new skill, so here, quite simply, we'll do the same, we'll name it. If you want, just like that, it's just to test the category. I'll set it as sales here, and then I'll prepare a document. So in this document, it's well formatted actually, with all the instructions and rules I want it to follow. In fact, when I send it or ask it to use this skill, here and there I confirm, and that's it, so it's been written. Of course, avoid adding the same skill in 2 different ways, with 2 different names. Either you improve a good skill or you add other complementary skills as facets. So if I take a look back at my visual diagram on the screen, we have already seen right here exactly how to ask it to generate a brand new skill from scratch. We've seen here that I can add it manually with all the data and information. So what do you think if I ask it to install another skill for me? Like what? For example, I have a skill and I want to tell it, listen, I found this on the internet and I just want you to install it. So we'll take that skill. Of course, look, I actually need to copy the link here because thanks to the link, it works. And if it actually fetches this part of the skills, will it install it and be able to use it? Of course, to say what it does. And all that to add information, see the command lines that are available in the system. As you can see here, it will read all of that, adapt it, and simply take the information that interests it. So how do you do it? It's simple. You open a new session. And now I'm simply going to ask it to install the skill. There you go. I put a little prompt here to enter. And I'm just going to come here and paste that prompt. All we have to do then is that it's capable of doing it. You'll see it can actually access the site directly. Of course, I actually give it permission so it can access it to actually copy the information. Because obviously it will do a quick analysis of the page to check if there aren't any prompt injections. So if there isn't anything dangerous inside in this code, sometimes it can go through, even if there's something a bit strange. Or that's why I always tell you every day, you had to install it. Actually, here it is, the external VPS with Hermes. You should never put Hermes on your own machine. We work remotely, we don't work with their desktop to avoid these kinds of problems. But here it is, so the skill, when you see it, it was really well installed. I've also left it here for you in the documentation. If you want to install it manually using command lines, you can go to your server, open the terminal here, and follow this. But we don't do it, we try to avoid it. In fact, that's it, typing out the lines of code. We give it here, and it will simply do what's necessary to install the information. And that's what's really, really interesting. So normally, I open a new session, we'll try to see if in fact, this skill or competency is detected. I launch it and we'll see. Basically, let's see if it will find it, if it will actually find the necessary files. So now it's in the process of finding them. So now it's checking whether it exists or not, whether it will find it. In fact, it will simply load it. I think it found it because now it's in loading mode and is currently loading. Indeed, it is available. That's good. And there you go. That's it. It tells me there you go. So everything is ready and now it's actually ready to execute our skill.